Yeah, I've been to Korea a few times. Yeah,
No
but
doubt.
the time I went there, it was just to judge. I
Hmm.
think I've judged there. I did like the first, R16, very R16. I was there with Knucklehead Zoo. We competed over there.
Now, you, if people don't know, if they haven't gotten it out of this conversation so far, then they're not listening. Nah. But you're from Vegas, and we
Yeah,
all know that Vegas is it's an entertainment city, right?
right.
Now, from your experiences, does Vegas make space for b-boys on the strip? As far as like, are there opportunities for b-boys, especially
Yeah,
local ones in Vegas, outside of just Jabberwockies?
yeah, definitely. You know, uh, before the pandemic, man, Vegas was popping. Like, so imagine like there's all these like entertainment companies that will have what they do is they have like, okay, I got female dancers, I got jugglers, I got choreographers, I got, you know, clowns, I got DJs. They get everything, right?
Hmm.
And so they package everything, and they pitch it to the clients that come in. And these are companies like, let's say Nike is coming in for a convention, and they'll bring like their corporate staff of like 500 people, to
Wow.
Vegas. And this is like, this would happen like weekly in Vegas, where there's a big convention. All these companies are bringing thousands of people, and then they
Right.
want to payment for them, and these entertainment companies will be like, okay, cool, we're going to set up some b-boys here and have you guys break in, or it's like, there's a big dance number, and we want to, and you can go and audition, or they'll call you direct book. So those that's just like freelancing, that's just freelancing in Vegas. And then there's, of course, there's the Vegas shows that, the Cirque du Soleil's, that has all kinds of b-boys and dancers of all kinds. And there's all these other shows, there's Jabberwockies, there's Absinthe and all this stuff that, a lot of b-boys and performers have found homes. That's why it's crazy living in Vegas, because I'll like go, let's say I would go to like Ninja Karaoke, a place where a lot of dancers would go, and you see like, oh crap, it's what's his name from France. Like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I live here. Like, oh, because he got a job at some show, and now he's there. So we've had some of
Wow.
like this, like dancers and entertainers in the world that end up in Vegas.
Right. So that also means then that Vegas must be a very disgruntled place right now with this whole
Oh
COVID thing going on.
man, Cirque du Soleil went bankrupt, like out of business.
No.
Mr. Lamar, it's good to have you. I know on a very difficult day, of course, series of days, given no zero revenues for 3 or 4 months, it's not hard to imagine why you had to file bankruptcy. But tell me what happens now.
Yeah, so what is happening is, now that we are protected from our creditors, we also have received an offer from our actual shareholders with the support of the Quebec government that has loaned $200 million. So a total of $300 million is going to be reinvested in the proposal that we have in the company, in order to be able to go through the crisis and be ready to a revival of the company when normalcy will come back.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, they closed a lot of their like Zoomanity is done forever, and who knows about all
Wow.
the other shows. So yeah, there's so many performers and stuff like that. That's just, and me being one of them. I stopped working for Jabberwockies a few years ago, but before Jabberwockies, in all that, before Super Crew, I was able to make a living off just doing, gigs here in Vegas, you know what I mean? And that was always like something that, that was there, or, but now since everything's closed, all
Hmm.
the events that we had like some really dope all style events happening at like the nightclubs and things like that.
No doubt.
Just like everything went to a dead halt.
Hmm.
So it's
That is
crazy.
crazy. Now I don't mean to disregard everything else, but the Cirque du Soleil. Now we talking about, because it's from Montreal, right? We talking about the whole Cirque du Soleil, or just the American Cirque du Soleil, or the Vegas Cirque du Soleil?
You
Because
know, I don't have the exact answer
no
on that,
doubt.
but a few of the Vegas shows are closed for good. Like,
damn, that is crazy.
I heard in the media that they declared bankruptcy, but I don't know if, I'm sure that company will find a way to like come back, you know. But the thing is their venues in Vegas, they're multi-million-dollar venues, and just to run it for one day costs millions of dollars, you know.
Right.
So a pandemic like this, like it was very difficult, I think, for them to like, you know, afford it. Probably. You know?
Yeah, they need people at them slot machines and blackjack tables so they can afford to do all the other operations.
Exactly.
That is crazy, man. So
I was gonna go to Iceland and do a TV show with Knucklehead Zoo and stuff like that, right?
oh
So
wow.
I had a job like, and the job, man, they were like treating me like garbage. You know, a lot of these jobs too, you know, it's just very like, especially at the time in Vegas was so popping. They're just like, all right, if you can't do the schedule, then it's all right. We can let you go, because it's you know, in Vegas
Revolving
it's a
door.
state, you know, so they can fire you for anything.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section. And to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, go ahead and smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support so far. So peace until the next episode.